Hi, it's Monday, April 25th, 2016. I'll be doing a video today about Polny, who is a market cycles analyst. Many of you might know of him. He's a bit controversial. He's made some good calls, but he's also made mistakes, and he's admitted it. And I will also be talking about Clif who uses the WebBot technology to do language analysis on the internet. So one does language analysis, the other one does cycles analysis. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I've listened to Polny's latest YouTube video, which I'll put on the description below. And I've also read the Alta reports by Clif, and I watched Clif interview with Jay Snip4 over the weekend, quite a long interview. And they both, Clif and Polny, are kind of forecasting the same things, even though they're getting to their forecasts through different analysis. Polny is analyzing market cycles and even the Bible, and which I'm not familiar with, but according to him, there is some kind of cycle. The most important one being a 52-year cycle, which started with the Currency Act of 1764. That was before America became an independent country. So the Currency Act was passed by British Parliament and basically created paper money or currency. And he says that there is a 250-year cycle, and there's also 41-year cycles, and the 41-year cycle equals the 252-year cycle in 2016. So he thinks that's a major event, and he basically sees, the paper or financial markets really imploding, marking 252 years of growth coming to an end. And he's very bullish, of course, things that are anti-paper or financial, which would be gold and silver in the monetary side. And that is very interesting. And he also sees the stock market crashing, and he sees this process going all the way all through the summer, and then in October there will be a major event. We don't know what it is. Maybe a reorganization of the currency. It's difficult to tell. And Clif, as you've seen in my previous videos, he's calling for the same thing: a summer of discontent, hyperinflation, which is basically monetary loss of confidence in the currency. That's what hyperinflation is. It's not prices going up per se because of supply and demand. It's just people rushing to get rid of their paper or fiat currency. So they rush to buy anything that's concrete or has any, intrinsic value, or, like a commodity, so that's what leads to hyperinflation. And yeah, both these guys are seeing the same thing, and they're coming to the conclusion through different kind of analysis. And I think it's really important, to keep an eye on what they're saying. They don't have a track record that's 100%, but a lot of things that they've said have come true. Like Polny called the top in 2011 in silver and in gold, he has called the bottom now in December of 2015 in gold and silver, even though it's not certain whether the bottom is in. I think it is. Clif with his WebBot and his analysis, linguistic analysis, he forecast the Banda Aceh earthquake, which led to the tsunami in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. He's been calling for a lot of earthquake activity in the last Alta report, and now we get a lot of earthquakes in the southern island of Japan. So yeah, I think it's pretty interesting to keep an eye on these things. And one thing Polny talks about is that there will be, you know, a collapse in credit, and that, you know, and and so does Clif High. Clif High talks about the summer of 1934, which was when, you know, a year after FDR closed, banned the gold standard domestically for Americans. You know, the bond market and credit had collapsed, you know, from 33 to 34. And Clif High says that, you know, the New York property market, real estate market, just imploded. So it's all very interesting. You know, the other thing that both agree on, of course, is that gold and silver will do really well. You know, we've had a bit of a frustrating time with gold for the last 9 weeks or so. We've been basically consolidating, but, you know, we went down below 1200 only once. And I remember that, right? And, you know, right after we made the rally to 1263, the first week after that, on the Monday, we dumped and we went down to 1190.91, which was a key support, and it bounced right off that level, and we've never been back below 1200. So that's encouraging. Silver's been making new highs. You know, they've been trying to smash it below 17, and it keeps coming back up. And the mining shares are outperforming and doing really well. I'm not saying everything's gonna go up in a straight line, but I would hold on, you know, personally, to mining shares if people have got them. I'm not advising anything. I'm personally just saying what I think. I think it's going to be a wild ride, you know, and we could see the gold and silver market, you know, really explode. Polny thinks, you know, it's the greatest bubble that has ever burst, and I kind of agree with him. I mean, we've had, you know, 252 years of rising confidence in paper markets and financial activity. Prior to that, yeah, there was money, but, you know, finance was not as important. People traded more, bought and sold goods. You know, maybe we're going to go back to something like that. You know, it seems very improbable right now, but that's how things happen. You know, we've had since the 80s the era of financialization. You know, finance is so important, you know, to the functioning of our Western, you know, capitalist system right now, that it's like the tail wagging the dog. Finance and money should be like a utility for the market. So maybe both are going to be right. So I thought it was interesting. Just thought, you know, I'd let you guys know about this. Some of you might have watched these videos and the interview. I'll put the links below. And if you like this video, please, press the like button below. Also share it with your friends and subscribe. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.